Hi guys, this is Anne-Marie from SnL Organics, the natural hair and skincare company. And today I'm going to piggyback off of a subject I spoke about the other day, which is choosing the right mate for business or choosing the right spouse for business. And today my topic is what to do if you chose a spouse, you're now currently married, and that person is not going hand in hand with you in business. Whether they're like self-sabotaging it, they're not, supportive to you, they're not encouraging. What should you do? All right, so now I'm talking to the guys and I'm talking to you ladies, okay? If you have a spouse and they're not one with you in business, move forward alone. And I'm not talking about divorcing no one. I'm just saying that don't feel that because you're married, that every concept, idea, dream, passion, longing that burns inside of you matters to the individual you got married to. Okay? Sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't, but your longing, your dreams, your talents, the gift God gave you, if He gave you that gift and you feel the need to move forward with it, make it work, make it grow, don't let anyone hold you back, not even your spouse. Not even your spouse. Some of these signs, yes, God has showed you before you married the person that they're just not that type of person to you, but you went ahead and married the person anyway. But if you had done that, it's okay. Just understand that you're going to have to figure it out on your own. So what I mean by that, I'm just going to use myself for an example. In my business, I have to travel. Right? And I think all the time, I think of what if my husband was not here? Because my husband is supportive. He's very supportive in my business. But what if he wasn't here? What would I do? Would SnL Organics crumble to the ground? Right now, we're pushing anywhere between 500 to 1,500 products a month. We're pushing them out. We're selling them. What happens if Naquan wasn't here? What would I do? But that's the same mentality you have to think about. If your spouse is there, but they're not supportive to you, you have to treat the whole situation like they wasn't there. So what if you want to start a catering business and your spouse is not helpful? Maybe it's time to take on another business partner. Take on someone who is, working along with you, coming up with good ideas, sacrificing financially, emotionally, physically. Maybe it's time for that. Maybe it's time have your business partner be your family member or someone else, like a sister or brother or a mom or a dad or a best friend. Or maybe it's time to just sit down and think about how to execute step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without your spouse. A lot of couples get in a rut because they're trying to change the other party. You can't change your husband and you can't change your wife. If you as a woman are the one who gets these passionate dreams and you have a goal and you want to achieve something or you want to buy a house. Let's just say it like this. Let's say you guys are living in an apartment and it don't even have to be a business. Let's say you live in an apartment and you as the woman, you want to buy a house. But your husband doesn't want to move out of the apartment. He likes the apartment. He doesn't want to save up to buy a house. And every time you want to be able to have a house for your future children, or if you have children, and he's just like, what's wrong with living here? What's wrong with living in this apartment? What could you do as a solo individual? What can you do? You can start to make sure that, you clean up your credit. See, don't try to control the stuff you cannot control. Try to control the things that you are able to control. Are you able to fix your credit? Are you able to get another part-time job and start saving that money just for a house? Are you able to go to the bank to see if you can get approved for a loan? What are you able to do outside of that person? See, sometimes we put all our hopes and dreams on our spouses, and when they don't, run up like the knight in shining armor, we get discouraged, we get upset, we get depressed, we get anxiety, we get upset and mad, we start cursing them out. The family's now broken up because you can't even stand and stomach that person. You have now resentment for that person. But you need to be able to take it into your own hands and say, okay, my husband is not supportive, my wife is not supportive. I want a better car. They think the car I have is fine. They don't want to help me in any way. What can I do? What can I do to get my own car? You understand? What can I do to get my business off the ground? What can I do to start a daycare facility? What can I do? What can I do if I'm a stay-at-home wife and my husband is ignoring me and I want to go back to school, but he doesn't want me to go back to school, and he thinks I should stay at home just with the kids and not edify myself? Maybe it's time for me to take an online class. You understand? There is something that you can do. There's something that you can do. And here's what you have to realize. If you never grow in life, it is not your spouse, it is you. It is you. No one can hold you down but you. No one. And there are a lot of people who, family members, whatever, try to self-sabotage you or sabotage you, not self, because they're doing it to you. But you have to be able to push through. So husbands and wives, if you find that your spouse is not helping you, go ahead, sit down one day, write out a plan. 3 or 4 or 5, 6 or 7 things you're going to do to execute and get done to help you start rolling that dice, help you to start moving forward. Do not sit down and expect to tell them all your dreams and what you want to be and what you want to accomplish, and then want to curse them out because they're not there for you and they're not supportive. Then you having an issue with your husband and you having an issue with your wife, and you're not on talking terms because you expect them to change. My mother always say, you cannot change nobody. You cannot change nobody. And you cannot change a spouse. So either you're going to marry and accept them for what they are, or you're not. And that's why I want to take a little moment to talk to the non-married people at this time. You may be dating or you may be courting. The signs that you see now in your dating life and your courting life are the signs that you need to pay attention to. My husband never became supportive when we got married. My husband been supportive when we were just friends. Okay? He has been supportive. And I'm gonna give you an example of this. A couple of years ago, some years ago, when I was a young teen, and I was like in my 19s or 20, and I was decorating mostly for the church and doing like little reception halls when we have a banquet. I had sprung my feet on one of those banquets. I was coming down the stairs. I thought I was on the last stairs, but I wasn't. I was like 2 stairs above it. I fell and twisted my ankle. Naquan, which was just a friend at that time, he picked me up. He carried me up and down stairs. I mean, like 4 or 5 flights of stairs, back and forth to the car to run and go pick up food. He helped me decorate it. Naquan has proven to me when we were just friends. He had proven to me that he was there for me when we were just friends. And that's what I want you guys to know. You need to look at these signs. Don't be in lustful land when you're dating and courting. Look at the signs to see if this person cares about you. They're supportive. Now remember, the banquet is a woman thing. Like, women decorate. Naquan could have been like, why you have to put so much decoration? Just put the plates on the table and that's it. Why you gotta go and make all the flowers and all this stuff? But he wasn't. He helped me from start to finish, even when other people was not helping. He was there, and even after everything was done, he helped me break down stuff, put things back in boxes, and bring stuff back home. I knew from that time what kind of individual Naquan was. I knew he was helpful. Not only did he help me, but Naquan was helpful to everybody. Anyone who needed help, he was a helpful individual. Look at the signs. Look how your spouse, your future spouse, you want them to be your spouse, look how they treat their family. Are they helpful to their family? Are they helpful in church? Do they care about your dream now when you're talking about stuff? How do they respond? Do they give you ideas, concepts? If they're not about that life, don't be about that life with them. Because let me tell you, you marry somebody, there is nothing more worse than marrying someone who holds you back. There is absolutely nothing more worse. You feel that you have so much potential, and when you talk to that person, they're not enthusiastic to hear it. They don't really care. It's like a barter sum when you're telling them about stuff. It's like, okay, I heard it before. Okay, all right, no, you like making food. Okay, all right, enough now. There's nothing worse than that, right? So when you see these signs, if you're not married, don't go into no marriage with that person. And if you are married and you realize your spouse is not helpful, figure it out on your own. If you don't become what you're supposed to become in life, that's on you. Don't blame nobody else for it. Figure it out on your own. And you can do it, because if your husband died tomorrow, your wife died tomorrow in a plane crash, you will have to get on with life, right? So it still has to get done. So you can't blame him or her if they're in the house not doing it right now. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this helped you. I kind of felt a little bit like I was being repetitive, but I wanted the point to stick in your heads that you can become what you want to become. And if you want something in this life is so short. Just the other day I was in my teens and now I'm in my 40s. Am I in the 40s? No, I'm in my 30s. Lord, I'm adding years to my life already. I'm in my late 30s right now, right? Just the other day I was in school and I wanted to get married, and now I'm married with 3 kids. Time passes by. Whether you like it or not, whether you're being proactive or not, time is passing by. Don't waste your time. And then don't waste your dreams and your youth on someone, waiting for someone to be in the game with you. Don't do that. If you are married to an individual and you can see it, that they just don't care, it's okay. It's okay. Love them anyway. Love them anyway, but love them out of the equation. Don't put them in the equation to your success, honey. Don't put them in that equation. Get them right out. Love them anyway. Come home. Let them do stuff that they're capable of doing. And I always tell people that use their strengths. Their strength may not be running around with you in your business and helping you get concept and helping you make packages. That may not be their strength, but their strength may be like cleaning the house or cooking dinner. So just say, baby, sweetie, could you just please, I know you don't want to be a part of my business or whatever, but just please have food cooked when I come home. You know what I'm trying to say? Let them be strong at what they want to be strong at. Don't try to change them. If any of what I just said, from when I started this video till now, if you found anything helpful, if you know an individual out there who has potential, but their spouse is what's keeping them back, send them this video. Let them know that Anne-Marie said, that's right, I said, it's on them if they don't achieve, okay? If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. I want this year to be the year of happenings. We're going to make it. We're going to get our business off of the ground. We're going to be successful in it, because that's where God has seen us. He saw us at the head and not the tail. Guys, be blessed and stay tuned.